Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are back with the final episode of the season of Mercy for None, episode 7. Not sure if we're gonna get another one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how this ends. But yes, in the last episode, we kind of got some more, I guess you could say, exposures in the plot. We see that Jiwoon finally figured out where his son was coming from in this whole plot to take over everything, and the fact that he was looking to replace his father. We lost Jiwoon. Unfortunately, he tried to take care of business on his own, and it did not work out the way he wanted. And Gi-jun ended up getting arrested for the murder of Jiwoon, even though he didn't do it. But he managed to escape with the help of the cleaner. So now we've got Youngdo, who is trying to save himself because he knows that Gumsun has turned on him. And Gumsun is trying to get the evidence that Youngdo has on him and on Jiwon Group so that he can take him out. And they are right now all operating under the assumption that Gi-jun is gone. So we got 3 remaining chess pieces on the board. Who's going to be the last man standing? Is going to be anyone left standing? I don't know. Ready to jump in. So let's do that. Just before I do though, if you'd like to be in the know when I drop episodes, even though this is the last episode of this show, I'll be doing lots of other good stuff. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way. Let's get into the episode right now. Do you want to kiss it goodnight? Rock it to sleep since that's what took out your dad? So happy he's gone, right? Nothing but henchmen at the funeral. That's what's going to be for you, bro. And even then, they probably won't even show up. Michael? That was his English name?
러시아 도망가면은 그 데니 말고 뭐 알렉산더 세르게이 뭐 이런 거
Sergey?
지금 내가 지금 씨발 도망가는 거
I mean, there's Daniels in Russia.
거지, 새끼야.
Also, they're going to know he's not Russian.
이거 확인해 봐.
네.
Really? You had to take a bite
빨리
first?
내려서 확인해 보라고.
Right? You sitting there finishing your dinner. Oh, you were leaving by boat. I guess that makes sense. Leaving by plane leaves a trail.
전화하고 올게 전화. 선장한테 전화.
Somebody's not making it out of this parking lot.
다들 뭘 봐. 우리 여기 막내 들어온 김에 사진 하나 박자.
Oh, memory time. Ooh, look at the perm.
야, 얘들 웃어라. 웃어.
Oh, look at Gi-jun looking fine as hell.
주세요. 자, 모두 스마일.
Pun something.
하나, 둘,
Of course, Gi-jun's like, I'm a thug. I don't smile. Oh, yeah, that's an axe in the back. Aren't these the little teenagers you used to hire out? Watch your back, bro. No, now you just damned yourself. Yeah, you got stabbed like 3 times. You worried about your money instead of driving the hell out of there? You gonna die with that suitcase, bro. And you can't drive? No, you're gonna walk? Young Shik is gone, bro. He's probably dead as a doornail. Or he turned on you. He's about to stab you right now. Where's your hand, bro? Where's your hand? Told you. You had the perfect opportunity to run. Died for that damn suitcase. Could have drove off. Are you working for the Sun now, or are you working for Youngdo? Which one?
차영도 어디 있어?
I really would just give him up if I were y'all. No? Okay. Good camera work. It's like another knife fight. I already had one of these. Ooh, close. A little too close. Not near the moneymaker, you son of a bitch. You are not pretty enough to cut him like that. Gi-jun's like, damn it, I'm over 40. That shit used to be a tickle. Now it actually hurt. But he's also been beaten up a lot the last few days, so it's hitting him a lot. Oh, God.
기석이 죽인 게.
Oh, maybe it was. I can't really tell. The mask was only half on the face, you know, so I don't know. Ooh, not the flip. But you forget, my brother was in. You like to fight people that are already injured, aren't you? You were just a little bitch. Come on, Gi-jun. Show them how these OGs started. Show them how you were the one who schooled these kids back in the day. Ooh. Stop hurting my baby. Damn, this is exactly what he did to your brother, you know. Oh. He said, I don't need my hand. He's like, you ain't got your knife no more. It's mine. Oh, look at that. We traded places. Oh, no, God. You might have tetanus. You shouldn't have played with your food. What was that about not being special? At least you avenged your brother. I don't think you should go after anyone else right now, Gi-jin. You got stabbed like 5 times. That was petty. Deserved, though.
당당하게 양지로 나와서
Sure, sure.
아무도 함부로 건들지 못하는
I feel like you're about to get shot, Gi-jin. But I just love that Gi-jin doesn't even try to like be sly. He's like, I'm walking down this hallway. I am the boogeyman.
저 새끼들 조심 좀 하라니까 씨. 여기 뭐가 들었는지는 알고 있어요?
I don't think he much cares. That's why he brought them back to you.
이금손을 제거하고
Oh, now you still want to use him? You just injured him, you dumbass.
이준과 구봉산이 그랬듯이 기준 씨도 할 수 있어요.
He doesn't want to lead this stuff. Have you not figured it out yet?
재앙이 아니라 용서를 구해야지.
Right? Can we get to the point here? Wow. The fact that you didn't immediately shoot him in the head. I mean, I'm glad you didn't because that's my husband, but that was like the easiest thing for you to have done. Oh, he probably has a gun under there, Gi-jin. Grab his ass quick. I know he's got another weapon under there. Yep. Look out. Duck. Whew. You shot me twice, you bitch. Oh, no, What are you reaching for, bro? You can't even grip that thing now. What you gonna pull the trigger with? Oh! Payback! Oh my God, he didn't forget. 11 years later, he's like, you're not surviving, but if you did, you'd have to walk with a limp like me. See, that's why you shouldn't talk so damn much about all the things you did, bro. He probably would have let you die or let you live, or maybe just get off with a beating. But you had to go talk about how 11 years ago I got your Achilles cut and stuff. He doesn't care. Oh my God, he's still alive. Why wouldn't you come before he... I guess he knows he ain't got time. Something he'll never do to you, you little bitch.
남기준 씨는 왜 그랬습니까?
You mean outside of you killing my brother?
제안 그거 왜 거절한 거예요?
Because he doesn't want it. He's not a little bitch like you. That's why.
왜 씨발 당신의 형제들은 그냥 아무것도 안
Because we have...
겨우
That's it? Like, you just want your daddy to notice you? That's what this is all about?
겨우 그거였어.
Right? Like that stupid chair? Have it. Have it. No one was gonna fight you for it, bro.
너도 마지막이야. 이제 너 하나 남았어.
Exactly.
그때까지 죽지 말고 잘 보셔.
Because you'll be joining him soon.
보자.
No, but probably. Like I said, he wasn't planning on surviving this.
뭡니까 이게?
This is what you need to take this man down
다시 연락할게.
if I don't make it.
여기까지만 해.
예?
He's like, you want a chance to survive. Get out of here.
누군간 살아서 마무리해줘야지.
Yeah.
주인도 없는 자리 저희가 맡으면 서로 편하지 않습니까?
It's the way he puts on this innocent face, like, oh.
그럼 내가 얻는 건 뭐지?
He's like, I don't kill
저
you.
자리에 더 오래 앉아
You don't get fired for embezzlement.
구준모를 이용해서 남기석 전무를 없애면 됩니다.
You need to broadcast that on the internet as loud as possible to everyone. That guy needs to be crushed from every angle.
오늘부로 제가 주은의 새 대표이사로 선임됐습니다.
By whom?
여러분이 누리던 모든 불법의 범주를 더 이상 불법이라고 불리지 않게 만들 거예요.
Sure. Embezzlement's illegal no matter what you do.
손가락질하지 않도록 제가 그렇게 만들겠습니다.
Sure. Except that you're going to take the fall for everything right now.
총장님, 이것 좀
뭐야?
메시지.
Yeah, look what's been broadcasted on the news. Yeah, you really want to do business with this punk?
음식 맛있네.
Yeah, we should go. It's getting late. Hot in here. Sitting next to the devil.
저는 주은이랑 봉사.
Yeah, you said it all like a dumbass. Yeah, that was you. What was that about you being the light in the shadows? Yeah.
연루된 이 검사를 즉시
Oh,
보직
you've been
개인
fired
등록으로
already.
공처에도
That sucks.
아직 안 끝났습니다.
Okay.
오라고 하세요. 전부 다.
No, they're not coming back.
이거 벌써 끝난 게임이야.
Yeah, they didn't like you in the first place, kiddo. You did literally nothing to earn their trust. He's gonna kill you, by the way. By the way, that's not gonna help your reputation. Yeah, you totally have this under control. It's going great. And who do you have to turn to? Your dad. Oh, that's right.
가서 다 불러오라고 그래요.
No, it's over. It's over. Your day job is done, bro. So you gotta kill this guy too. I said he had to go. Where is Gi-jun? He's like, I had some time to heal up. Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. I'm confused. How did they have the merger and all that happen? And he's still in a bloody jacket. Anyone want to follow that up now?
너희들이 원래
Or should I come to you?
아니면 내가 할까?
Woo, that's hot. Wow, y'all really don't value your lives, huh? I know they're not paying you nearly enough.
나 나가 있어.
Oh, wow. He's like, maybe not all you need to die tonight. He just saved all your lives.
여기까지만
No, I really can't. You know I can't.
안 되겠냐?
No.
동기로서
Oh, don't even bring up Chingus now.
옛 식구로서 내가 부탁할게.
You let my brother die. How about no?
가시죠.
Oh, you want to
내가
fight him?
모시겠습니다.
I don't know if I trust it, but I don't think that guy likes this kid either. But oh, using your daddy's revolver, that didn't go well for him. Yeah, all those best laid plans, hey? Yeah, I knew it. You trusted him. You trusted him behind you, Gi-jun? You thought he was gonna lead you to his boss? Push it all the way in, Gi-jun. He will kill you. Yeah, you have to. He will kill you.
가서 네 일 마무리해라.
Then why did you stop me? Not a single soul would have been mad if you just left. You didn't even like that kid. Gi-jun, how do we feel about weapons? Because you're about to get shot again. Thankfully, everybody in this show seems to have stormtrooper aim, so...
어때? 그 자리에 앉으니까.
Yeah, is it worth it? Is it feeling like everything you ever dreamed?
다 그 자리에 앉고 싶어서 했던 거잖아.
Oh, you even lit your daddy's pipe.
생각보다 별거 없긴 하네.
Oh, that's too bad, isn't it?
뭔지를 알았는데.
다들 그래.
Exactly why you didn't want the chair.
하지만
Mm-hmm.
험한만 남아.
Yep, that's why you didn't want it and needed it in my brother.
친구들이 날 볼 때 눈빛이었어. 근데 우리 아버지는
They let you in because you're rich.
감탄도 존경도 아니야.
It's fear.
두려워하는 거지.
Yeah, and it doesn't last.
그게 다 침이고.
Mm-hmm.
네가 그 침을 지는 게 싫었을 거야.
He actually cared about you, and now no one cares about you.
죽어야 끝나.
하지 마요.
아이 씨발 진짜 그러니까 내가 하지 말라 그랬잖아요.
He's like, I'm coming still. Just like your dad, hesitating.
그래.
Yeah, do it.
쏴.
Do it.
씨발 나랑은 어울리지도 않는 옷을 입어가지고 내 얘기 들어줘서 고마워요.
Okay. He's like, you don't get to do that. That's my job. I get to be the one to take your worthless life. How dare you?
그렇게 죽을 적이 없어.
Period. You don't get to do it on your own terms. That's for me. Yeah. He's like, I want me to be the last thing you see. That's what actual determination and purpose is
병사를 구해.
in the afterlife.
알아서 할게. 제발 새끼야.
Just like Junmo, still a till the end, huh? All that climbing to end in a pool of your own blood. Where you going now, Gijin? You going to your brother's grave? Gonna lay there, have your final nap?
나도 여기서 일이나 할까? 다 그만두고.
다 그만두고 와. 나랑 같이.
The one time he smiled all show.
뭐야 웬일이야?
Last place he had a good memory. Grief. Let it out. Grief. Even if it's the last thing you do, at least you got to let it out. And he's gone. Boogeyman, gone. Someone is going to pick up the pieces of that hellish group, though. But at least all the things that started his nightmare are over. You made it snow. God's crying for you. Is that how we end? Looks like it. Okay. Well, I feel like that was a fitting ending. You know, a lot of lessons that were dropped in shows like this. There's not much to summarize. I think it pretty much came to a head. You know, Gijin made sure to destroy any chance that Gumsun would have had to succeed at everything he had planned. You know, destroying this whole thing, his whole plan was it was all pinned on the idea that he would have an upstanding reputation as a prosecutor, and that was going to give legitimacy to everything that, you know, Bongsun and Juwon group were supposed to be about. But, you know, everyone thinks that that Gijin wasn't very smart, but I thought when he threw all those drives, it was because he was like, I'm not going to live long enough to do anything with them. But I'm glad he kept the one. He must have listened to the one, kept it, gave it to the right person, and said, yeah, I need you to make sure that this kid, like if somehow I don't survive long enough to take this kid out, you need to make sure that he can't do what he planned to do at the very least. So yeah, I thought that was really smart of Gijin. Destroyed his upstanding reputation. And you know, if you've watched K-dramas and you've seen a lot about K-culture, they're not very forgiving once you have an issue with your reputation. Once you have a poor reputation in Korea, it's extraordinarily difficult to recover it. So he was done. Like you saw, like he got fired immediately. They didn't even talk to him first. They were just like, nope, that's enough. We're firing him. We're cutting all ties. There was no way. And the thing is, everyone already knew who his father was. So he was already on thin ice because of his lineage. So having this come out was it. He was done. So once that happened, all the plans that he had just set up for why he was joining the two groups and basically strong-arming all these people into becoming his minions, he lost all of his ground just like that. Because now it's like, now you have no way of legitimizing us the way you said. Also, you've done nothing to earn our respect or our fear to follow you, right? So many things he just never thought of because he was just too focused on showing his dad that he could be the person that his dad didn't think he was. And like I said, everything I said, absolutely the case, right? He just felt like his dad didn't really see him and didn't rate him. And that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all, right? We see that Juwon really, all he ever wanted was for his son to have a legitimate life, a real legitimate life. And he knew that his relation to him was always going to be a bit of a shadow that was cast over him, but he really hoped that he would live an upstanding life, you know, and then get to, you know, eventually outlive that reputation. But we see, unfortunately, as it goes, he just couldn't accept that. He decided to look at that as his father rejecting him, and he needed to prove something. And I love how at the end, you know, Gijin made sure that he understood that, right? He's like, I don't think you really understood what your dad was trying to tell you. He's like, here you are, you sat in that seat now. You've gotten to sit at the head of the boardroom. You got to sit in your dad's chair. You have all this stuff. Does it feel like it was worth it? And he had to admit it. He's like, no, actually, I gotten here and I'm not feeling the way I thought, right? Because even though he didn't do much, I know it's hitting him that his dad is gone. There's no one else. We don't know. Like I said, there's no mom that we've seen. He doesn't seem like he has any friends. And now his dad, the one person that would have killed and died for him, is gone. So it's a very empty place to be at the top, especially when you're by yourself. And I love how Gijin put it. It's like, once you get there, you realize there's nowhere to go but down, especially in that world. Do you feel me? So I really like that they kind of brought this full circle thing around for him, because I like that. I've said this in a couple of episodes now, that there's a juxtaposition between Junmo and Gumsun. It does seem like Gumsun, he came across as the smarter kid, the one who had it more together, right? Junmo looked like a hot mess, and he was. Junmo was your typical spoiled Nepo baby, right? Didn't appreciate anything that he had, didn't have any use in life, felt neglected by his father, and the way that he dealt with it was by indulging and partying and thinking he was more important than he was. And really, like, he didn't want what his dad wanted to give him his empire. And the difference was that Junmo didn't want it, because he was like, this is not the life I want. You pay no attention to me. I don't even like you. You know, I'm not cut out for this. And because he felt so useless, he just basically indulged and partied and just basically was wasting his life away. Then you have the other side of it, where Gumsun, his dad wanted to protect him, didn't want him to be a part of this life, gave him all these opportunities to do and be better. And from what looks of things, he did try to pay attention to him, but Gumsun took that and resented it because he thought that it meant his dad was rejecting him. He thought his dad not wanting him to be part of that world meant rejecting him. And as I said, I think that really was the tipping point, was when he took Gisuk on as his apprentice. That's when, you know, unfortunately, Gumsun began to believe, I think in his mind, in his heart, he felt like he was being replaced. So that's really where he unfortunately became bitter and jealous, and that's where a lot of this hatched. So very interesting parallels between these two sons of these two men who both loved their kids so much, but unfortunately one spoiled his to the point of ruin, and the other unfortunately wasn't able to communicate to him that this world was not for him, and not because he wasn't good enough or because he wasn't capable, because it's just a world that takes and takes and takes from you, right? And so I really love that, you know, at the end, Gijin explained to Gumsun that, you know, these people around him, like, it's fear. They're not here. They're not doing what they did for your father or for Bongsong Group because they respected or looked up to them. It's because they were scared for their lives, for their livelihoods, for their families. And that's not true loyalty, which is why they're like snakes in a pit. The second the chance comes, they're going to bite you. They're going to do what they can to take you down. That's all that is. That's what the underworld is all about, is who's going to be the next person to stab the next guy in the back to take his place, right? And he would have realized that if he lived long enough to enjoy his reign at all, Gumsun would have figured out that everyone was going to be trying to stab him in the back the same way that he did everybody else. So anyway, I'm glad that, you know, we kind of got that full circle moment. Also with Gijun, you know, the whole thing with the cop, you know, being able to finally wrap that up. And, you know, yeah, I love the pettiness of him cutting the Achilles of that cop who got his Achilles cut all those years ago because of his plan to take out Chairman O, and just all these things, right? All these things that come around that, you know, even though he knew it was going to be his last mission, Gijun got a chance to finally shut the book on this corrupt, like that generation, I should say, of corrupt people, right? Because like I said, those people are still there. All those men that were sitting in that dining room, they still exist. They're still underworld bosses. There's no one running either group right now. So there's a vacuum. I'm sure someone's going to try to fill it, or there's going to be several someones, but at least, you know, those were like the next generation of people. That was people who had nothing to do with what happened with Gijun. And like that picture, right? That picture that was shown that had the cleaner and Gijun and the other guy that was his friend, I can't remember it, all of them in that picture, right? That generation of them, those people who they started that brotherhood, or so they thought it was, under Chairman O, thinking it was going to be one thing, and how it got perverted and bastardized and just twisted by what's his name, the guy from Bongsan, pardon me, and from Juwon, right? Their greediness, and with the help, of course, of that cop of Yeongdo, it just got corrupted. And so from that point, it was poison. And yeah, you know, as Gijun said, I would have loved to pull my brother out of all of this, but I didn't have a choice. The only reason I'm not dead right now is because of him, right? So anyway, I love that they got to wrap that all up, and Gijun really got to be the one to, you know, he said, I kicked this all off 11 years ago. If I hadn't done what I did to protect my brother, then Chairman O would still be alive, and so would his kid. But because I did what I did to protect my brother, the split happened, all this nonsense happened, my brother got involved, now he's gone. Like, basically he said, I started this, and that's why I gotta be the one to finish it. I gotta clean up all these corrupt mofos so that there can be some level of reset in all of this. And as I said, he knew that he was also part of it. And that's one thing I love, is that Gijun never came across this whole series of as someone who thought he was superior or above or better than any of these people. He was very self-aware of what he was, who he was, what he was guilty of. And, you know, even though, yes, he took 11 years off, we saw that he wasn't, I'm sure he had enough money to live well, right? He had enough money and the means to disappear to another country and live like a king. But what did he do? He just found a simple trailer, middle of the woods someplace, probably only came into into contact with people a few times a month just to get his basic necessities. And then you never saw that man, right? Lived a very lowly, quiet life. Why? Because he was very aware that he had nothing to celebrate in the way that he had made his life at that point, or made his living. So anyway, I really like that he understood that, you know, to close this loop entirely, he had to make sure he didn't come out of it as well. So that's why, because I kept saying, you know, I was thinking as I was watching, like, why does he keep walking into these bullets, right? Like, he's got to know, you know, that that's not the good thing to do, but he didn't want to survive it, right? He didn't want to walk away from this. He didn't want to live through it. So now that Gisuk, I think the only reason he didn't let himself go earlier was because of Gisuk. And now that Gisuk was gone, you know, as I said, he closed the loop. So yeah, I feel like this was actually a really fun series. Fun in the sense of, like, I love good fighting. I love a good action show, but they did a really good job of giving us a pretty thick premise when you think about it, and giving Gi-jun kind of a, even though he was the main character, he really wasn't, like, how do I explain it? He didn't really drive the plot, if that makes sense. There was so much going on around him, and he was just more the person executing the points that were necessary to get to the end, if that makes sense. Whereas you had all these other players that were kind of moving it around him. And that's a really cool thing to do with a character that in of himself is kind of simplistic. When you think about it, Gi-jun's a very simple character. We didn't learn a lot about him. We didn't learn a lot about his past, his parents, his upbringing, his motivations, his dreams, his hopes. Like, we really don't know any of that. We just know that he was a damn good hitman, that he's a very loyal man, that he's a man who loved his brother, and he was someone who had a deep sense of justice. And that was all we needed to know. The rest was really about the people around him, the chess pieces that drove him to the point of pulling down this very corrupt system that was going on there. So I think that was very clever storytelling and very unique, considering a lot of times these action shows tend to be very thin on the plot. So this one I think was pretty good. Not crazy deep, but deep enough for us to understand kind of how we get to where we get to. I enjoyed it. I love you, my husband. It was good to see. I know that he's actually done, I know Soji Sub's actually done quite a few shows, but I don't know. I just kind of like him in these kind of darker, broody roles. I think that's just something that suits him as opposed to some of the more light stuff he's done in the past. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this series along with me. If you did, please show some love. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you in the next one.